in total shock and awe as I'm going past the back of him, and I've never seen something like this before. Um, it's like out of a movie, Frankenstein or something. If you can see here, from the base of his skull, going right down the center of his back, of his neck, down along his cervical spine, and then down into his shirt, um, was this massive scar. Um, which this is yet another blurry part. I feel like it was stapled. If it weren't stapled, there were scars that appeared to me to have been left by staples, but it was just like the most bizarre looking thing I've ever seen. On top of seeing his eyes shapeshift, that scar was just like, whoa, what the fuck happened to that dude? Right? So I'm in total awe. We walk past a few feet and I'm just, speechless, and I'm sure I was in a traumatized state and just like not fully processing it or even sure what to do or say. And really, like, the moment I got ready to, that I looked over at my friend and said to her, was getting ready to say to her, like, oh my God, you won't believe what I just saw. Literally, she opened her mouth and described to me exactly what I had just seen. She opened her mouth first and said, I just saw, or did you see that? I think she just said, oh my God, I just saw this. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Because I saw the same thing, and I would never have believed, I just wouldn't have been able to believe that was a real moment in time had she not been there to verify it with me. And there's no explaining it away. I know I saw it and she saw it too. So we both got really freaked out. And of course completely intrigued, and we both did the whole, should we walk back by, do you think? And I mean, it was really bizarre and scary, and there's hundreds of people around too, broad daylight. This farmer's market, in fact, we stopped going to it after a while because it's just so crowded and full of people, and that made it all the weirder that we both witnessed this and all these people are around in broad daylight. But we turned around and walked back by him, and we both just got this really creepy feeling. I can't remember exactly what happened, but I believe he looked at us as we walked by, and I think that's when I really noticed what his natural eye color was, which was this very beautiful too, hazel eyes. And like I said, he was a gorgeous, handsome man. And he had beautiful eyes. But when we both walked by, we both knew that he knew, we knew, and he was watching us, and we were both like, oh fuck, oh shit. It was really scary and weird. And so the way this farmer's market is, there's a big field. We're over on like the left side of it, and we went past him, came back around, and then like looped all the way around the field. There's a walkway that goes all the way around. And this is when I noticed the redheaded woman with him. They both just stared at us the whole time that we walked around that loop. And we were both totally freaked out. I remember saying to each other, I feel like they're not bad or evil, and we were supposed to see that, and it was some kind of lifting of the veil that we were supposed to see, and we were supposed to see together. Yet we were totally taken aback by it, as I'm sure any human being would be. It was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen in my life, if not the weirdest. We went and had breakfast afterwards like we typically would do, and we were both totally taken aback by it. And then we both wanted to see him again. We both kind of willed it that we would run into him again. Oh, and we also were really torn as to whether we should go talk to him. And we were too scared to. We really contemplated it for a few minutes and just were like, I can't do it. So after we left that day, I think I really regretted not having gone up and talked to him. But it was the most alarming thing I've ever witnessed, and I didn't know how to process it at that moment. It was crazy. So I did regret not talking to him, and then I definitely had it in my intention. I think my friend as well did, that we would run into him again, and most definitely I would try to talk to him then. And many weeks went by and we didn't see him, and then maybe a month or so later we were in a restaurant close to that area, but actually pretty far from that area, at least a mile, maybe a mile and a half, still in Oakland. But we were sitting having breakfast, and this man and I believe the red-haired woman and a big group of people came in to this restaurant we were in, and got a big table of like 8 or 10 people, and it's kind of hard to remember exactly. I think we both wanted to talk to him, but it didn't seem appropriate to like go up to this guy as he's at a table with 10 other people, many of them were kids, be like, hey, did you shapeshift in front of us, and could you do that again, and can we talk about it? Anyway, in light of all the shape-shifting videos there are out there, and no, I've never heard anyone say they've seen a shapeshift in real life, though. Only, analyzing video footage from TV and movies and stuff. So if anybody, and I sure wish to God I had that on film. And like I said, I probably wouldn't have ever even admitted this to the internet world if I didn't have as backing that my friend also witnessed it with me, and we were plain as day, sober in broad daylight. But I saw it. And anyway, I'd love to hear thoughts about this, and please share if anyone has seen anything similar or any kind of shapeshift in real life. And I will say again, I don't know how to say yes or no for sure or not, but I did have some kind of sense that this was not a nefarious being. But who am I to know? And certainly anyone who's done any research into aliens, occult, demons, it's, the deception factor is a huge element to all of it. And given that I've never, at least as far as I know, encountered or known or interacted with any reptilians or shape-shifting beings, I wouldn't assume that I can trust any aspect of that reality or that being, including my perception of them. And again, had I not had my friend there with me and witnessing it at the same time, word for word description of what we saw was the exact same thing, I don't know that I would have trusted my own perception of it, because it was crazy. Please let me know what you think, and if you've had any similar experiences.